Manchester United have 5 players who need dropping after woeful Man City defeat. Manchester United are a club in crisis once again after losing to Manchester City on Saturday. An Eric Bailly own goal and Bernardo Silva's strike were enough to give Pep Guardiola's team all 3 points. And 5 players from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side now need dropping in the aftermath of the contest. Harry Maguire has played through the pain for United in recent weeks. But it's time to take the former Leicester star out of the firing line, with the centre-back woefully exposed against City on Saturday. That wasn't the first time he's suffered this term, with the England international also toiling in defeats to Leicester and Liverpool. So with United leaking goals and Maguire producing some of his worst displays since moving to Old Trafford 2 years ago, Solskjaer has a big decision to make. Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly aren't exactly convincing alternatives. But, despite that, both warrant selection far more than Maguire does. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz. Aaron Wan-Bissaka appears to be regressing at United at the current moment in time. The former Crystal Palace star was abysmal against City, with Guardiola clearly earmarking him as a weak link on the day. And while Diogo Dalot isn't a stellar option to have in reserve, it's time for United to drop Wan-Bissaka to the bench. He's going backwards defensively, which was previously his best attribute. And, offensively, Wan-Bissaka offers precious little. Therefore, giving Dalot a chance could be the way to go. Don't miss Zidane conflicted over Man United job. Arteta has 9 undroppables after Arsenal beat Leicester. Messi hits back at Barcelona over playing for free. United aren't good enough to keep clean sheets, which means their best chance of winning games is by going on the attack. Therefore, dropping Scott McTominay would be a shrewd move. The Scotland international hasn't quite kicked on ever since making his debut in 2018, with the midfielder still lacking the consistency required to take his game to a new level. United may be better off using a 4-3-3 formation with just one sitter. And that should be Fred instead of McTominay, given the Brazil international is a specialist in the defensive midfielder position. Many United players have been criticized in recent weeks as a result of their erratic displays. But one star who seems to be escaping any condemnation is Luke Shaw. Last season, the England international appeared to have turned a corner after shining under Solskjaer and becoming a vital part of the Norwegian setup. But now, a year on, and Shaw is back to his inconsistent worst. He was dire against City, like many of his teammates. And with Alex Telles on the bench, Solskjaer could do a lot worse than changing the pair around. United chose to deploy Mason Greenwood up top for the match against City. And there was certainly logic to that decision given he's a local lad going up against a team he's been brought up to despise. But Greenwood, like many others in a red shirt, had a dire day at the office.